From Baylor Ballpark in Waco, Texas, it's Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio as the Baylor Bears are set to take on the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. Hi, everybody, and welcome back in to Baylor Lariat Radio. I'm Joe Pratt, joined alongside Aidan Pham. And Aidan, an exciting matchup tonight where the Lumberjacks have a chance to do something they have never done before, which is beat Baylor.
Yeah, after that loss, 0-32 against Baylor, good opportunity tonight. Take down the Bears, who are coming off an impressive.
Baylor coming off their first loss of the season after starting out 6-0, a 10-inning loss on Sunday night Sunday afternoon game against Gonzaga. What were your takeaways from the series overall?
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance. 1-2 by he likes to fight these guys. Obviously, it's tough to lose, but in that 10-inning game where Bears saw themselves down multiple times, they were able to fight and battle and come back.
So leading off for Stephen F. Austin is Smadrick Bland, 333 hitter, making his 7th start of the season. Batting from the right side. Waiting the next pitch from Bailey. This one hammered straight back into center field. Ty Johnson leans in front of him and makes the grab. A nice catch by Ty Johnson to start off this game. Battling the wind, but he kept his eyes on it to haul in the first out.
Yeah, good job by Johnson in the left center gap.
So after the right fielder Bland, it's Jackson Benatar, the left fielder, batting second. In the on-deck circle, Josh Ebay, the first baseman. Bailey set now. He slide steps home with a fastball at the bottom of the zone. Benatar takes ball one. Another righty in the lineup for Stephen F. Austin. Just one lefty, 1 through 9. It's River Kurz, 6th in the lineup. Next pitch, Benatar pops it up towards the SFA dugout. Pendergrass giving chase, and it is just over the screen. Bounces off the top of their dugout. Cleanup man is Dante Turgeon. He's the designated hitter. Julian Swift, the third baseman, batting 5th. The aforementioned River Kurz is the center fielder, batting 6th, the left-handed bat. Kevin Duran, the second baseman, batting 7th. Ethan Atkinson, the catcher behind the dish. Dylan Hummel, the shortstop, will bat 9th. Bailey ready, here it comes, and it's popped up just beyond the infield. Jack Little giving chase, but Ty Johnson will field it in medium depth center field. He's got it for out number 2.
Feel good for Bailey getting his second start on the mound, 2 quick outs.
Bailey making his second start. And now we'll be facing Josh Ebay, right-handed hitting junior. In the back of the box, an upright batting stance facing the lefty Carson Bailey, who fires. It's a breaking ball, a big violent cut from Ebay, swung right over it, and is down in the count 0-1. Bailey's joined on the infield by Will Pendergrass at first base, Jack Little at second, Tariq Kemp getting the start at shortstop, and Travis Sanders at third. Next pitch on the inner half with the fastball, strike 2. Sanders making his 3rd start at third base. Receiving the balls and strikes from Bailey is J.J. Kennett. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Smooth sailing through the first inning for Carson Bailey. He finishes it off with a 3-pitch strikeout of Josh Ebay. Bears coming up to bat when we return here on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Bottom of the first inning, and the Bears are set to face Trent Nickerson for the first time today. And Aidan, how do the Bears line up against the lefty?
Number 22, Jack Little.
So 1 through 5 getting the start in every single game so far this season. It'll be Jack Little, the leadoff man, his 8th start. 7th at second base. The first pitch he sees is low and outside from Nickerson, who misses on the off-speed pitch at 85 miles an hour, 1-0. Both pitchers working from the stretch as he kicks and fires. This one at ankle height to Jack Little, and he's ahead in this count 2-0. Stephen F. Austin wearing their road uniforms, their black tops. Gray pants as he kicks and deals once more. This one on the outer edge with the fastball. And that one's a strike into Jack Little. Nickerson struggling in his first appearance of the season. It was last weekend, or excuse me, 2 weekends ago against Purdue. As his next offering misses in the lefty batter's box, and it's 3-1 to Jack Little.
Jack Little over the last 12 at-bats over the weekend, looking to get something going here.
Waves that bat towards Nickerson. Now the pitch. It's up and inside. He backs his hands away from it and is on his way to first base. A 5-pitch walk issued to Jack Little. So while he's not able to get a hit, at least able to get on base.
Now right fielder number 3, Enzo Gonzaga.
Nickerson went two-thirds of the first inning against Purdue back on February 15th, as his first pitch is 75 on the gun and outside to Enzo Apodaca. Gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them were earned, walked 2 batters, and threw 36 pitches. Was only able to record 2 outs. Next pitch is in the righty batter's box to Enzo Apodaca, and it's 1-1. So for Nickerson, wasn't even able to complete an inning in his first appearance.
Yeah, it was a tough all-around series against Purdue. They went 0-4.
Pitch to Apodaca down the heart of the plate. Called a strike 2. Yeah, it was 2 long weekend series for SFA. Able to respond this past weekend against University of Arkansas Pine Bluff as Apodaca reaches out over the plate and golfs this one to deep right center field. That one's going to bang off the base of the wall. Jack Little is headed towards third. He's rounding towards home. Apodaca stops at second. Little scores standing up, and the Bears take a 1-0 lead. Response for Apodaca, at least an off day for the Standards on Sunday afternoon. Just 1 hit in the 10-inning game against Gonzaga, his former team. And now the first pitch to Wesley Jordan, outside, ball 1. And so even just before SFA is able to record an out in this game. Baylor is already on the board. Next pitch to Jordan. The righty turns this one around to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cut off by the right fielder. Apodaca is going to score from second. And the Bears make it a 2-0 ball game. Grabs his 10th RBI, Wesley Jordan his 9th, and now Hunter Simmons inside off of his hands, called a strike one. A 480 hitter so far on the season is 12 for 25 at the plate. Driven in 6. Jordan takes his short lead at first base. Nickerson takes a look, and the pitch is in the lefty batter's box. Simmons evens it up at 1-1.
It's going to feel good for a guy like Hunter Simmons, who was hurt last year, but was picking up right where he left off.
1-1. He swings right over top of a breaking ball. A nice pitch from Nickerson, probably the best one we've seen. Yeah, that's a great point that you bring up. I mean, he's coming off of a game where he hit his first career grand slam, and then a couple of days later, his season's over. Now he dribbles this one back to the mound. Nickerson gloves it, spins, fires to second for one. The throw on to first, skips in there, and it's in time. Nice grab by Josh eBay at first to keep it in front of him and complete the 1-4-6, or the 1-4-3 double play rather.
Number 23, Ty Johnson.
Here's Ty Johnson. He'll watch a strike fall low and inside. So Ty Johnson, maybe it hasn't been quite the production to the level of his teammates in front of him, Wesley Jordan and Hunter Simmons, but still producing at a pretty high rate. Now he hammers this one back into the ground towards second base. Kevin Duran is up with it, throws to first to complete the out. So that 320 average for Ty Johnson will continue to slip a little bit as the Bears are able to put up 2 runs in the bottom half of the first inning, take a 2-0 lead to the top of the second. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Four, 5, and 6 are due up in the top of the second inning for the Lumberjacks. They'll be facing Carson Bailey, who retired the first 3 batters he faced in the top half of that first inning. A couple of flyouts to center field and then a swinging strikeout of Josh eBay. And now it'll be the designated hitter to lead things off in the second, Dante Turgeon. Right-handed batter in the back of the box, watches a fastball go by at 93 miles an hour. Called strike one. A very efficient first inning for Carson Bailey. 8 pitches, 2 balls, 6 strikes. Now he disengages and throws, and down in the zone goes Turgeon to chase after a low fastball. And quickly behind 0-2 is the DH, who's hitting .286 on the season. 4 for 14 at the dish. The pitch. Fights that one off and sends it to the parking lot on the right field side.
The poise he's showing on the mound, coming in, going mid-90s fastball.
Working quickly, too, as he comes set. This one's up and inside. And hasn't missed by much. That's likely the most outside of the zone pitch that we've seen pretty much, I guess, by both of these pitchers even, but that one nearly clipping Turgeon up by the chin. Now he turns this one around down the right field line. It's past the diving Will Pendergrass. That'll get all the way to the corner. Turgeon charging for second base, and he'll be in there standing up. The throw comes in to Jack Little, and he's aboard with a leadoff double.
Hard hit ball, and unfortunately for Pendergrass, just dove and had no chance at it.
Solid piece of 2-strike hitting for Dante Turgeon. His second double of the season, and now he takes about a 4-step lead at second base, held on by Little. The first pitch to Julian Swift is in there for strike one. Third baseman, 10 for 25, good for a 400 clip on the young season, has driven in 10 RBIs. The 0-1 chases after a low and outside fastball. Well located pitch by Bailey, and he's down in the count 0-2. We've seen 5 pitches from Bailey in this second inning, all fastballs, 4 of them strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, pops out of the glove of Kennett. He tags the run around and will actually now toss it down to first base just to be sure, but it's going to be the second swinging strikeout of the day for Carson Bailey. So he responds well after giving up the leadoff double. Here's River Kurz, the only lefty in the lineup. He's hitting 125. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that falls into the top of the zone for strike one. 81 miles an hour from Bailey. SFA, of course, wanting to be heavy on the righties. There's another nice breaking ball low and outside that draws a big swing and miss out of Kurz. Now down 0-2, all 3 counts. Bailey has gotten ahead 0-2 in this inning. And the lefty Kurz awaits the next pitch. He checks his swing. Kennett asking for an appeal at third, and he didn't go. Flag in center field, blowing towards gently straightaway center field. Lights are on at the Baylor Ballpark, and Carson Bailey comes set. Short lead at second base. And the next pitch falls in there for strike 3. River Kurz watches a breaking ball fall on his knees. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Carson Bailey. Kevin Durant, 296 hitter, and that one bounces in there. A nice block by J.J. Kennett, who pops up out of the crouch to receive it. Junior second baseman. And his 28th at-bat so far this season, has started every game for SFA. He's 8 for 27. Chance to drive in his 6th RBI. The next pitch is up and outside from Bailey. 82, just couldn't quite get that breaking ball to break back into the zone. And he's down in the count 2-0. Infield and outfield playing straight up for Baylor. Travis Sanders about 8 feet off the line at third, creeping in behind the bag. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the outer edge, strike one. Duran in the back of the batter's box. Bailey comes ready. And the pitch is grounded on 2 hops to third base. Travis Sanders throws. It's high, but Pendergrass falls back on the bag to complete the third out of the top of the second inning. So SFA will strand a runner in scoring position after the leadoff double. They go 3 up, 3 down. Bears protect a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom half of the second here on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-0 lead for Baylor, and it'll be Travis Sanders to lead things off for the Bears, 6, 7, and 8. And Trent Nickerson turns and fires. Fouled off by Sanders slowly towards the Baylor dugout. So Sanders making his third start at third base, playing in his 5th game. Hitting 125, and now a breaking ball falls low and outside. 1-1 the count to the right-handed swinging infielder. Transfer who did not get too much playing time a season ago. Starting to get some reps in playing behind Hunter Toplansky here at Baylor. The next pitch from Nickerson is fanned at and missed by Sanders.
At Texas Tech, after he got injured, he came back, but unable to secure a starting spot.
1-2. Nickerson misses low. And now the tall lefty comes set, takes a deep breath. He kicks, fires. That one hits straight back up where it came from into center field. Travis Sanders has his 2nd hit as a Baylor Bear. Here's Will Pendergrass from the stretch. Nickerson fires, low and outside, breaking ball, called a strike 1. Will Pendergrass getting just his 2nd start of the season today, both of which have been at first base. And now Nickerson takes a look over at first base. Travis Sanders extending his lead, but he moves home, and Pendergrass turns that one around straight up the middle into center field. Sanders thinks about heading for 3, but he'll slam on the brakes, and the Bears have runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody gone.
Swings the plate, catcher number 4, J.J.
Mentioned it during the break last time. He did a solid job of limiting the damage, stopping the bleeding in that first inning.
Yeah, it all started with that double play, and they would get out of it with a ground out.
That's what he's going to try to do here as J.J. Kennett backs up off the plate to watch a low and inside fastball miss, 1-0. SFA potentially expecting the bunt. Corners are creeping in. eBay just behind Will Pendergrass at first, and Swift at third is about even with the bag. The 1-0. It misses upstairs.
He had a lot of success against Gonzaga over the weekend. Launched his first career home run in that series finale that helped the Bears get back in it.
Looks like time called by Trent Nickerson. He'll take a breath. Yeah, that must be a nice thing to have if you're Mitch Thompson, another solid catcher, and especially solid catcher offensively that can play for Cortland Castle at times. 2-0. Outside, 3-0.
So well out of the lineup.
He's ahead 3-0 here. Deep breath from Nickerson. He throws. It's a get-me-over fastball. 86 miles an hour. Brings the count to 3 balls, 1 strikes. Yeah, J.J. Kennett, 385 hitter. In his 13 ABs, has 5 hits, 6 RBIs to go along with that homer like you mentioned. The 3-1. Low and outside. It never stood a chance, and the Bears have him juiced. For Tariq Kemp, there's nobody gone in the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting your shortstop, number 13, Tariq Kemp.
He's got an opportunity to base it loaded and no outs. This is the bottom part of the lineup that against Gonzaga was most efficient. And Mitch Johnson talked about it last week how he loves how every single guy in this lineup, there's no easy match. You get towards the bottom, you got Kenneth with him. And then it's like, oh man, it's Jack Little at the top.
Yeah. That's really something that the pitchers have to deal with, and something that this SFA coaching staff is dealing with. Big reason as to why we're getting this mound visit right now. Because they know the weekend that Tariq Kemp is coming off of. They know that, when you think about the development of Tariq Kemp and somebody who was really struggling at the beginning of last season offensively, and now he's the hottest hitter in this lineup, and Mitch Thompson gets to put him down at 9th. Bookending this lineup with Jack Little and Tariq Kemp. And it'll be Kemp with the corners closing in, watching a breaking ball miss low and outside all the way through, as Kemp always does, and he's ahead 1-0. Swift up at the grass at third, the 1-0 pitch. Kemp sends a opposite field fly ball towards left field. Benatar back towards the track. He makes the grab. Here comes Travis Sanders tagging from third, and he'll score easily to make it a 3-0 ball game.
Your second baseman, number 22, Jack Little.
Brings in his 5th RBI of the season. And even while he's not able to get on base, still able to make a difference is Tariq Kemp. And now the top of the lineup with Jack Little. That one low and inside. Nice block by Ethan Atkinson. Scooped that one up and keep it in front on the backhand too. Not an easy task, but he made it look easy. It's a 1-0 count to Jack Little, who's now dealing with these infielders playing slightly back than they were a couple of seconds ago, and now he chases after a low and inside breaking ball. He misses, count evens at 1-1. But Aidan, as you mentioned, his last at-bat, this is a great opportunity for him to right the ship. struggled recently at the plate. Nickerson takes a peek back at second, now fires. Low and in, and that fastball barely missed.
Jack Little started the year off 7 hits, 7 runs against Youngstown State. Multi-hit performances in all of the first 4 games. Really loved it.
2-1. Thought about swinging, and it's a called strike on the 74-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Kind of felt off of his hands. Tried to maybe lean into it a little to get the call. But the count's 2-2 nonetheless. Infielders pinching the bag at second base. Here it is, the 2-2. Hammered down the left field line, but barely foul. Loud foul ball for Jack Little. That one banging all the way out off the wall in the left field corner. Three of his 10 hits on the season have gone for extra bases, all doubles. Nickerson turns and throws. It's up and away with the fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners are on first and second for the Bears. Outfielders playing back. Nickerson gets the sign. Brings the glove just above his belt, and he throws. Little swings and misses at strike 3. Right over top of 77-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch from Nickerson. And it's the second out of the second inning.
Now coming to the plate, right fielder number 3, Enzo Apodaca.
Let's go, Enzo!
It's a huge strikeout from Trent Nickerson there.
And here comes Enzo Apodaca. Double his first time.
First pitch, low and outside, strike 1. Solid location there from Nickerson, who was about to release his 40th pitch. He comes set, takes a look back at second. Will Pendergrass a large lead there. And the pitch. Apodaca checks his swing and hit him in the wrist, but did he go? And the third base umpire said he did. Apodaca took a couple of steps towards first base. Thought he was about to accept his 6th hit by pitch of the season. But he did go around, so it's going to be strike 2. Yeah, he leads this team in hit by pitches, has 5 through his first 7 games played. This will be his 8th start today. With the runners taking their leads at first and second. The 0-2 pitch, Apodaca hammers it down the right field line, but it's twisting towards the grassy berm and foul. One fan picks it up off of a couple of hops. So Nickerson grabs his sign, now above 41 pitches, but he's cut his ERA in half. The 0-2 pitch. Apodaca fights it off, sends a looping pop-up towards the third base side, and foul territory goes Swift. He reaches up and makes the grab by the camera well. Not an easy play for Swift to make. And once again, Trent Nickerson is able to escape trouble, giving up just 1 run in the bottom of the second inning. And the Bears take a 3-0 lead into the top of the third. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
We'll see 8, 9, and 1 in the top of the third inning. Carson Bailey is back out there. So far gone 2 frames, 1 hit, and a pair of strikeouts. What stuck out most to you about Bailey, Aidan?
Yeah, like I said, it's just been his poise and calm demeanor after giving up that double. Was able to battle and fight through that second inning to get.
Let's go, Carson Bailey!
Yeah, it can't be a good feeling to give up a hard hit double to the opposite way, tucked down the line, as this one's a shot through the left side of the infield. It takes a couple of hops into Wesley Jordan's glove, and Ethan Adkisson, the catcher, leads off the top of the third inning with a single. So he's going to have to do some more battling in this inning, Aidan.
It's his 6th hit of the season. SFA, you really got to get something here. As you really got like to see the fight from Nickerson, but at some point here, you're going to have to start chipping in.
First pitch to Dylan Hummel. Nearly catches him on that left thigh, but he backs up out of the way of it. Right-handed batter, the shortstop, hitting .250. Bailey taking a look at first. Now he fires. Hit hard on the ground towards Tariq Kemp. He moves to his right, throws to second for 1. Little's relay to first is in time. 6-4-3 equals 2 outs for the Bears. And erases the leadoff single.
Once again this season, Baylor's defense backs up their pitching. Tyreek Hill, 6-4-3, nice double play. They erase the runner on first.
Bailey moving quickly. First pitch to Samadric Bland. Right down the middle for a strike at 94 miles an hour. Bland flew out to center field his first time up. An upright batting stance on the right side of the box, and he tips this one off the glove of J.J. Kennett. Just trying to fight off that 84 mile an hour off-speed pitch that works really nicely off of his fastball that can at times be up to 96 miles an hour. Closed off stance for the lefty pitcher. He fires low and inside, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Samadric Bland goes down on strikes to put an end to the top of the third inning. It's the third strikeout of the day for Carson Bailey, and he continues to cruise through these SFA batters. 3-0 the Bears lead as we go to the home half of the third. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
welcome you in to the Baylor Ballpark. Joe Pratt, Aidan Pham are with you. And new pitchers on the mound for Stephen F. Austin. It's Jonathan Valdez on for his 4th appearance of 2025. His first pitch to Wesley Jordan is hit hard on the ground. A diving stab by Jonathan Swift at third, and he throws to first in time to get Wesley Jordan by half a step. Nice grab by Julian Swift, moving to his right, hugging the baseline, and a deep throw. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jonathan Valdez.
And this is number 9, Hunter Simmons.
Described it perfectly.
Let's go, Hunter!
Stacking to the ground, you're gonna get up again. You throw the first time.
First pitch to Hunter Simmons misses upstairs. Simmons bounced into a 1-6-3 double play his first time up. The 1-0 pitch takes a violent cut at that one. 87 on the gun from Valdez to make this count 1-1. Valdez an inning and a third through his first 3 appearances. Next pitch to Simmons, breaking ball that falls in the lower half. A nice pitch. A lot of movement on that breaking ball at 75. And he's ahead 1-2. Pitching from the windup on the first base side. Steps back, now goes into his windup, and the pitch is swung at and missed. Simmons chases after a low and outside breaking ball out in front of home plate to throw on to first. It's in time at first to get Simmons. And there are 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now your center fielder number 23, Ty Jackson.
Let's go, Ty! Let's go! Where's King?
One of those 2 hits did leave the ballpark, a home run against Arkansas Pine Bluff in his most recent appearance this past Saturday. His first pitch to Ty Johnson misses upstairs at 88. Infield and outfield playing straight up for SFA, the 1-0. Valdez isn't able to bring that breaking ball back into the zone to the lefty, Ty Johnson. It'll make the count 2-0. Middle infielders playing back with their feet on the grass. Corner infielders slightly up. The 2-0 pitch. Johnson swings through a fastball. Flag in center field is helping. Ty Johnson so far has 1 homer this season. Is 8 for 26 overall, 308 clip. Next offering from Valdez. Too low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Travis Sanders awaits on deck. He's 1 for 1. Ty Johnson watches a fastball go up and outside, ball 4. So after a 4-3 ground out his first time up, Johnson's able to reach base in the 3rd. And with 2 gone, Travis Sanders will have a runner on first.
Now batting your termination number 6, Travis Sanders.
Ty Johnson 1 for 1 in stolen bases this year if he decides to go. First pitch to Sanders. Upstairs, brings Atkinson out of a crouch, but he receives it. 1-0. Sanders his 2nd hit as a Baylor Bear his last time up, just an inning ago. He's 2 for 9 in his Baylor career so far. Valdez slide steps home. It's up and outside. Back pick from Atkinson. And the tag applied by eBay is not in time. Johnson back in there with a slide. From the stretch, Valdez comes set, takes a look at first. Now a low leg kick he deals. High pop-up just beyond the infield. A full sprint for Kevin Durant. He races towards the line. It falls at the feet of him and Samadric Bland, the right fielder. But in the green grass that was just to the right of the chalk, it was tough to tell if that was a fair ball for a second. No motion from the Baylor dugout yet, and now Mitch Thompson says he gives the okay. It was a long run for Kevin Durant, and SFA, who was playing the shift on Travis Sanders.
Super high hit, fly ball, and Durant, like you said, chased it down. Maybe he lost it, but it goes foul.
Had to have missed. missed by a couple of inches if Mitch Thompson was taking a second there to let play resume. But Jonathan Valdez is ready with his 2-1. He'll throw back to first. Johnson's back in there with a dive. So playing slightly shift on Sanders, potentially bringing the second baseman Duran closer to the bag in case Johnson decides to steal. So there's a large hole on the right side of the infield. He does go. Swing and miss from Sanders. The throw down from Duran. Hummel's there to back it up, but it's the second stolen base of the season for Ty Johnson. And the Bears have a runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Atkinson just a little too far ahead of Duran. Another stolen base on the year for Ty Johnson.
Johnson an 8-step lead at second base. Valdez takes a look at him, now another one, and throws. It bounces in there. Atkinson keeps it in front, pops up to look Johnson back to second. Wind picking up, blowing that flag towards straightaway center, a bit more violently now. Travis Sanders, the righty, waving that bat over his right shoulder. The next pitch. He turns it around. It's a twisting pop-up that's headed towards the away side, and it falls into the seats. A good battle brewing here.
Good battle brewing here. Travis Sanders.
And the payoff pitch again from Valdez. Here it comes. Sanders sends a towering pop-up towards medium-depth center field. Charging in on it is River Kurz, and in the left center alleyway, he pulls down the third out. So the Bears are held silent for the first time today in the bottom of the third inning. They leave a man on second base, but still lead it 3-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
Carson Bailey works into his fourth inning, and he will be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the top of the fourth inning. Has retired all but 2 batters in this game, has 4 strikeouts, a couple of groundouts, a couple of flyouts, a single and a double. Both of the hits that he suffered came to the leadoff man, so he'll be trying to retire Jackson Benatar, who sends a hot shot towards Jack Little. It's in and out of his glove. He grabs it with his bare hand, and the throw is not in time at first base. 96 miles an hour off the bat of Jackson Benatar. It one-hopped Jack Little, who just really wasn't ready for it. And now Mitch Thompson is going to walk out to have a word with the home plate umpire, John Wolf.
And back to that last play, it was a hard hit, like you said. It's going to go down as an error on Jack Little, but kind of cleanly fielded it, bounced off his chest.
Well, I'm not sure what this is about, but umpires are caucusing in front of the mound after Mitch Thompson just walked over, and it was also interesting. Carson Bailey, after he got the baseball from Will Pendergrass at first, threw it back to Pendergrass, who then tagged the runner as if, I'm really not sure.
Yeah,
And so now John Wolf is going to talk with Thompson again. Yeah, I'm at a loss there. I'm not sure what the questioning was. A close play at first, but not one that necessarily required a review.
yeah, no.
So it's a short lead at first. Josh Ebay swings through a low fastball. Or rather, that was a breaking ball low and inside. And Carson Bailey, he's up to 33 pitches, 25 of them have been strikes. Just an excellent job of hitting the zone and also inducing some weak contact. That's what he's trying to do here with the runner on first. He comes set. Low leg kick, he deals home. It's tipped into the glove of J.J. Kennett. 26th strike of the day for Carson Bailey. It was the first strikeout victim of the day, Josh Ebay, to put an end to the top of the first inning. Now facing him for the second time here in the fourth. The lefty comes set. He moves home, and that's a breaking ball that hits Ebay on the leg. Right off the left thigh above the knee. He couldn't get out of the way of it. He tried to. And just a mishap from Carson Bailey will put two runners on with nobody gone in the fourth.
This is where Carson Bailey has to calm down, trust his pitchers, and trust his defense behind him.
Bailey comes set, taking a look back at second, and he fires home. That fastball is up and inside and called a ball. Tough to tell where that one missed, but Dante Turgeon will start off his at-bat with a 1-0 advantage, now hitting .333 on the season after smacking a double down the opposite field line his first time up. He's 5 for 15. And the next pitch, this fastball hits the zone on the outer edge. 1-1 the count. So Benatar takes his lead off of second. He reached on an error. Ebay off of first, reached on a hit by pitch. The next pitch, Turgeon watches it go by at 84 miles an hour. Just outside, 2-1. So a couple of steps back to start off this top of the fourth inning for Baylor. Next offering from Bailey. A twisting pop-up sent down the right field line. Apodaca sprinting towards it. And just in fair territory makes the grab. Now fires to the infield to hold the runners. Nicely done by Carson Bailey and the Bears right fielder to pick up the first out of the fourth inning. Baylor now committed 11 errors through nearly 7.5 games this season. The batter is Julian Swift. This one's sent on a hot shot. It bounces in and out of the glove of Travis Sanders. The one-hopper just bounces off the top of his web and skips into shallow left field. Tariq Kemp is right there to pick it up to hold the runner at third. But the bases will be loaded for SFA. And not sure if we've gotten a ruling yet on that one, but we'll see. For the time being, it looks like that one could go down as a hit for Julian Swift. It would be his 11th of the season. So a couple of really hard-hit baseballs that have put a pair of Lumberjacks on base in this inning. And it looks like they did rule that an error against Travis Sanders. So now 2 fielding miscues in this fourth inning, Aiden.
And that's been the difference. There have been 2 outs here, 2 errors. That was a struggle on Sunday as well. Travis Sanders at third. That was an issue last start.
So Sean Snedeker jogged out there to have a word with Carson Bailey before Ruber Kerr's at bat. So luckily for Bailey here, he's facing the only lefty in the SFA lineup. You're right, that's a good point that you bring up. Bailey did run into some trouble on the mound earlier on this season, but his first pitch to Ruber Kerr's is going to be upstairs. He bends out of the way of it to take ball one. And he now takes a 2-0 advantage in this count. A couple of hazardous pitches there from Bailey. He throws. Fastball, that ties up Kerr's. He swings and misses. It's 2-1. Took a little off that fastball that time at 91. The 2-1. Fastball over the outer edge, called a strike 2. Kerr's a strikeout looking his first time up. Chance to drive in. A couple more RBIs on the season. He's 10 for 20 at the dish. The 2-2 pitch in the righty batter's box. Counts full. Slow clap starting by the Baylor faithful as the next pitch is upcoming, and it's rolled foul towards the SFA dugout. And another solid battle. Bailey set. Here's the pitch. It's off the right shoulder of Ruber Kerr's. 91 miles an hour. And Carson Bailey is charged with a run on this hit by pitch. Ruber Kerr's brings a run in. And the woes continue in this fourth inning for Baylor pitching and fielding. And this time, it's the second hit by pitch. So 2 errors, 2 hit by pitches. And is Mitch Thompson maybe trying to say that Kerr's leaned into that pitch?
Got a good piece of his arm.
It looked like he wasn't expecting it at all, which would indicate that he wasn't trying to lean in. No movement in the Baylor bullpen just yet, but it'll be Kevin Duran on for his second at-bat. He grounded out to third his first time up. Bases are still loaded for the right-handed swinging second baseman. Lefty on righty matchup. The first pitch is turned around into right center field. This could be trouble. It gets down. Apodaca giving chase. One run is in. Another one charging in from third. Kerr's trying to score from first. And just like that, Stephen F. Austin has taken a 4-3 lead. Kevin Duran pulls through. And the Lumberjacks are now in front. Still just 1 gone in the 4th inning.
Good job by Duran. Bases clearing double. And like you said, yeah, just like that, SFA's got themselves a 4-3 advantage.
First pitch to Ethan Adkison is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Still no one warming in Baylor's bullpen. It's a short lead at second base for Duran. Jack Little holds him on from the stretch. Bailey fires low and outside. Back pick back to second base by Kennett. It's in and out of the glove of Jack Little. It looked like Kevin Duran was maybe complaining to the second base umpire that Little was blocking the bag. Or potentially not. Might have just jammed a finger on the bag, but nonetheless, he'll go back to second base, dust himself off, take an 8-step lead. And Bailey's 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 against Atkinson. Ethan Atkinson 1 for 1. Led off the 3rd inning with a single. And now the 2-1 offering. It's hit hard on the ground towards Tariq Kemp. 3 bounces into his glove. He fires in time at first for the second out. Kevin Durant moves up 90 feet. And it's the 8th batter of the inning, Dylan Hummel. Still some damage to be done. Hummel bounced into a double play his first time up, and now he grounds this one back to Kemp again. He fires across the diamond in time at first to pick up that 3rd out. So back-to-back groundouts put an end to the top of the 4th inning, not before SFA rattles off 4 runs to take a 4-3 lead as we head to the home half of the 5th. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be Will Pendergrass to lead things off for the Bears. Will Pendergrass, the 7-hitter, followed by J.J. Kennett and Tariq Kemp, 7, 8, and 9. Jonathan Valdez is back out there. Infield, outfield, straight up for SFA. Pendergrass hammers that down the left field line, and it's just a couple of feet foul. Well, he turned the first pitch around the last time up. We didn't have a chance to talk about it, Aiden, as he's 1 for 1 with a single, but a little extra to play for today for Will Pendergrass as the 0-1 pitch is hit hard in a deep left center field. Tracking back on it is River Kurz towards the fence. He leaps up and he made the grab. Wow, what a grab by River Kurz, crashing into the wall and holding on in left center, robbing Will Pendergrass of extra bases. And it's the first out of the bottom of the 4th.
Running into the wall, but still making the catch. That was a loud
And just somehow able to hang on. That's the other part about that play. Not just the catch, but to be able to squeeze it and still come down to the ground with the baseball. Just amazing. On the score sheet, goes down as a fly out to center field, and J.J. Kennett is ahead in this count 2-0 after a pair of fastballs missed by Jonathan Valdez. Third baseman playing up, Kennett awaits upstairs, and the count's 3-0. Definitely the best play, best defensive play I've seen made at this ballpark in quite some time, definitely over a year. Next pitch is low and outside to J.J. Kennett, and he's on his way to first base with a 4-pitch walk. One great catch being a season ago, Hunter Simmons leaping up to nearly rob a home run, and unfortunately injuring himself in the process. that one in deep left center field. Just such a long way to go. I thought that was out of the ballpark off the bat of Pendergrass. J.J. Kennett dives back onto the first base bag safely. Tariq Kemp is the batter. Corner infielders playing in, middle infielders back looking to turn two against the left-handed swinging shortstop, who's now at a .522 clip this season. First pitch is up and outside on a breaking ball, 1-0. Valdez fires back to first base. Kennett's in there with the dive. Flag in center field is whipping away towards the Brazos River, right above that 400-foot marker, helping any fly ball that's headed towards deep center field. The pitch is up and away to Tariq Kemp, and he's got a 2-0 advantage in this count. Valdez, well, he has not allowed a run in the game yet. He struggled to find the strike zone. 14 balls, 11 strikes, and 25 total pitches. Righty comes set. And Kemp watches a breaking ball all the way through. It's too high at 80. 3 balls, no strikes, 7 straight balls thrown by Jonathan Valdez. Takes a look at first, and before coming set, he's going to pick off. An interesting move to lean in to get the sign, look over at first, decide to pick off. Well, now he's going to come set. And the pitch is up and inside, a called strike at 85. Took a little bit off of it, did Valdez, to find the zone at 3-1. Shortstop playing in the grass, second baseman Duran covering the steal. Kennett fakes the steal. The pitch is just outside. Tariq Kemp flings the bat towards the Baylor dugout. He's on his way to first. Back-to-back walks for the Bears. After the miraculous play by Kurz in center field, Baylor's responded with a pair of base runners. It'll be Jack Little to face what's going to be a new pitcher into the game for Stephen F. Austin when we return. There's one gone in the bottom of the 4th inning. Back-to-back walks takes Jonathan Valdez out of the game. And the top of the order will be coming up for the Bears when we come back. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students.
The new pitcher in the game for the Lumberjacks is Hayden Tronson. He'll be making his third appearance of the season, with runners on first and second, and facing the right-handed swinging Jack Little, a righty-on-righty matchup. Tall right-handed thrower takes a look back at second, now throws. It's a fly ball to medium-depth right field. Running in on it is Bland. He'll make the grab. Jack Little attacks the first pitch he sees and comes up empty. It's the second out of the bottom of the fourth. One pitch, one out for Tronson. His most recent appearance this past weekend against Arkansas Pine Bluff, an inning, gave up just one hit, struck out a batter. Before that against Purdue, 3 innings pitched, allowed 2 earned runs on 4 hits, struck out 3 batters, walked 1. His first pitch to Enzo Apodaca draws a big swing out of the lefty, who was chasing after a breaking ball low. 0-1. 10 for 27 on the season is Apodaca. He's hitting at a .370 clip. Runners are on first and second. Got big leads, both of them. 0-1 from Tronson. Apodaca rolls it on the ground to the opposite side. The shortstop, Hummel, is going to carry that one to the second base bag. Underhand flip to the second baseman, Duran, for the third out of the bottom of the fourth inning. The Bears will once again leave a couple of runners on base on first and second. Score no runs in the bottom of the fourth inning and now trail 4-3 as we head into the top of the fifth frame. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
For its first is which year? A, 2021, B, 2022, C, 2023, or D, 2024. What is your answer? A, 2021 is correct. You're going to hold a great question.
4-3, the Bears trail in the top of the fifth inning, and Carson Bailey still out on the mound, just firing his final warm-up pitch. Aidan, is it surprising to see Bailey back out there?
Basically, batters lasted, and it really was the mysteries that played. The Lumberjacks put up 4 top of the fourth. Out there for another innings worth of work.
Thompson deciding to leave his guy out there. His first pitch is a breaking ball at 83 miles an hour. He's facing Samadric Bland, who's now down in the count, 0-0. Hitting .308, 8 for 26, just above the 300 mark. He barely gets a piece of that pitch. Another breaking ball. Righty down 0-2. It's a big reason as to why he's had a tough day. He's fallen behind in both counts. He flew out to center field his first time up, then struck out swinging in the third. Bland, the only freshman in the starting lineup for Stephen F. Austin. Next pitch, breaking ball just outside. Solid eye, that one didn't miss by much. Bailey comes set, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Carson Bailey. his 5th strikeout of the night. Ties up Cedric Bland, who's now back to 0 for 3.
Five strikeouts last Tuesday against UTSA for Baylor.
His first pitch to Jackson Benatar is a fastball right down the gut, strike 1. It's well above his season-long in innings. Went 3 innings last week against UTSA. It was just 1 hit that he allowed. Next pitch is fanned at and missed by Benatar. He's down 0-2. Infield shifted slightly to the pull side for the right-handed swinging Benatar. He's got a wide open stance. He checks his swing. He'll appeal down to first, and he did go. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carson Bailey in the 5th.
Carson Bailey, after that 4th inning, comes out and gets 2 strikeouts back-to-back.
Great response after, as you mentioned, he faced 8 batters in that inning. Nearly hit around the lineup. But it started with those mistakes, and his first pitch skips in, bounces over the head of J.J. Kennett. Josh eBay is the batter. 0 for 1 today, a swinging strikeout his first time, but he was hit by the pitch just an inning ago. Came around to score on the 3 RBI double by Kevin Durant. Bailey ready. Low leg kick he deals. He tips it off of the glove of Kennett. Count will even at 1-1. But an error on the second baseman, an error on the third baseman, 2 hit by pitches. Fly out and then a double. That's how the first 5 went. Or excuse me, first 6 went for SFA in the 4th inning. The 1-1 pitch in the lefty batter's box. Two and 1 to eBay, who's making his 5th start of the season. Went 3 for 4 last Saturday in Game 1 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And the fastball is at knee height for a called strike 2. Great day in Game 1 of that doubleheader on Saturday for eBay. Went 4 for 10 on the weekend. And now time called by John Wolf, home plate umpire. Bailey back on the rubber. eBay back in the box. He comes set. Ready with the 2-2. Here it comes, and it bounces off of home plate. Count pushes to 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Bailey's just looking for that finishing pitch. See what he decides to go to here with the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 65 pitches so far for Bailey. Here it comes. And that one fought off. It bangs off the top of the metal canopy and down. That was a missile off the bat of eBay.
Oh, yeah.
It was headed through a car windshield if it didn't hit that metal canopy. But he stays alive at 3-2 and now fights this one off, rolling towards the Baylor dugout. Weak contact that time for Josh eBay, who's put together another really nice battle against Carson Bailey. .500 clip. Here's the payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Carson Bailey strikes out the side at the top of the 5th inning and racks up his 6th strikeout of the day. The Bears still trail 4-3. And when we come back in the bottom of the 5th inning, broadcast partner Aidan Pham will take you home on the play-by-play. You're listening to Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch your latest broadcast every Friday.
Baylor Ballpark, it's the bottom of the fifth. And Baylor on this midweek matchup. We have Aidan Pham Jordan alongside Pratt today. Wesley Jordan is at the plate for the Bears. He'll face Thompson first pitch. And that'll be a leadoff single from Wesley Jordan to start things here in the fifth for Baylor.
Really solid piece of hitting from Wesley Jordan, now 2 for 3 on the day. Just turns that first pitch he sees back around, being really aggressive. I'd like to see that man who's digging in right now, Hunter Simmons.
Simmons on the day 2 at bats. Strikeout earlier. Johnson working on the stretch. Dixon deals. Going away, 81 mile an hour pitch, 1 ball, no strike. Simmons. Deals off the bat. Simmons into the backstop. 1-1 count. Bears rounding out their season opening game stretch. They'll head to Globe Life this weekend, taking on Oregon State, Ohio State, and Auburn. Tough matchups there, as it's 1-1 to Simmons. Johnson delivers. 79-mile pitch gets in the right thigh. Second, that's Ty Johnson.
Simmons frustrated, even though he's headed to first base. He wanted to swing the bat there. He's 0 for 2 with a double play, ground out, and a strikeout. That's the 5th time he's been hit by the pitch so far this season. Only Enzo Apodaca has been hit that much.
Ty Johnson batting left-handed. First pitch from Johnson with the breaking ball. Inside the zone, 0-1 the count. Johnson walked and stole a base his last at bat. Grounded out his first plate appearance of the day.
Looks like a pitch clock violation was issued to Tronson.
1 ball, 1 strike. It's Ty Johnson, runner on first and second. Jordan on second, Simmons on first. Johnson takes a peek back at second, delivers a high fly ball in the left field. And settling under it is Benatar. Makes the catch for 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, one thing Baylor did really well against Youngstown State, they did really well against Gonzaga, was relentless hitting, guys on base early in innings and continuing to battle at the plate and get guys on base until the end of the inning, and it's just not something they've been doing. They've done a great job of getting the leadoff men on, guys early in innings on base, but just haven't been able to bring them around.
Here's Travis Sanders. It's a big cut at that first breaking ball from Johnson. 0-1 the count. Sanders, the transfer from Texas Tech, after 2 seasons, getting to start today at third base. Johnson kicks and deals. Inside on the fastball. Ball one strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. SFA leads 4-3 over Baylor. Dribbler up the middle. Johnson goes to first. No, excuse me. Sanders goes to first. And Jordan on third.
Well, it looked like Hummel got a little bit ahead of himself there, was trying to just spit that ball up into his second baseman's lap, kind of. He never really saw it into his glove, and then once he knew he wasn't going to be able to pick it up, he just kind of shoveled it towards his second baseman, and well, that didn't work, and now they're loaded.
Goes down as an error on the shortstop. First pitch from Johnson to Pendergrass is a fastball, and paints the outer edge of the zone. 0-1 the count. Pendergrass on a single and a fly out. One from Johnson is fouled back. Joe, you set it up last time, but a special night for Will Pendergrass tonight, as his dad is an assistant coach for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, and the other dugout has some, well, I guess not necessarily enemies, but they're enemies for now, at least until, you know, the end of the 27th out.
Line drive to shortstop. Picked up by Hamel and pitched back to the rim at second. Route number 3, and that does it to the bottom of the fifth. No runs out. The other 5, SFA 4-3 over Baylor. This is Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
On the Brazos on this Tuesday night. SFA with a 4-3 advantage. The Baylor Bears heading to the top of the 6th. And that'll be it for Carson Bailey. 5 innings, 4 runs, 7 strikeouts go.
Just an awesome performance for Carson Bailey, who ran into a lot of trouble in that 4th inning, but didn't end up giving up earned runs because of the errors there, so the ERA stays perfectly clean at 0. But 68 total pitches, that's really nice to see. A nice dispersion of ground outs to fly outs. Did allow 2 extra base hits, a couple of leadoff men, but he battled through every single at bat.
Facing the new pitcher for Baylor, Mason Murray. It's the first pitch, fastball outside, 1 ball, no strike. Murray, 2/3 innings pitch with 1 strikeout as the second pitch misses low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. The junior designated hitter. Murray worked fast here. 85 miles an hour inside the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. They've been batting .313, 5 hits and an RBI so far this year. 17th at bat. As the team is fouled up and on it. Stretch the delivers. Fastball misses. Full count. Return. Infield plays it. Even for Baylor. As this one up. 1 hopper from back to Murray, who throws over a Lumberjacks for first. 1 out. Top of 6.
I always think it's interesting when pitchers who throw kind of at a sidearm angle field a ground ball, and then they'll throw it to first base at a sidearm angle. I guess whatever feels natural to you, but nice job by Murray. It's not an easy test. You come right into a game, don't expect that you're going to have to run around a lot. He's tested on the first batter he faced.
Julian Swift takes the first pitch in the right field off the bobcat.
Nicely done by Murray. Has thrown 7 pitches, 4 of them hit the zone. A chance to get River Kurz, who's coming off of a solid weekend. He played in 3 out of the 4 games in the 4-game series against Arkansas Pine Bluff. But he's on a 3-game multi-hit streak.
First pitch from Murray. 87 mile an hour in the zone. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. SFA leads 4-2. This one, a line drive to the third baseman Sanders. Sanders goes over a second drive. Towards the bottom of the 6th, SFA leads 4-3 over the Baylor Bears.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bear Senior! Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
Number 4, J.J. Kenneth.
Bottom of the 6th. At Austin, a 4-3 run over Baylor. And here comes J.J. Kenneth stepping in the right-handed batter's box. facing Johnson. Johnson kicks and deals off the bat of Pennant into the net along the SFA dugout. Pennant was blocked in both of his at-bats today. Johnson kicks and deals off the bat of Pennant once again and foul back into the net. No balls, 2 strikes, face the sophomore getting the start at catcher behind the plate today. Johnson from the stretch kicks in the field, and that one misses low and away at 82 miles an hour. Breaking ball. Trying to get back this lead that they gave up to SFA. And this pitch is a fly ball in the right field. Sermon trip. Andre facing that for 1 out.
That one sawed off by J.J. Kennett. He nearly fought that off for a single. But you just got to credit these SFA pitchers. They're placing these pitches in off of the hands, low and outside. Really not in any areas where these Bears can drive it out of the park. And even when they've hit the ball hard, guys like Will Pendergrass and the guy at the plate right now, they've just been in the perfect spot to field it.
Tyree Kemp steps into the left-handed batter's box, takes a big cut at the first pitch from Tronson.
That looked like a cheat swing from Tariq Kemp. He was swinging all the way. It looked like swinging maybe even before the pitch left Tronson's hands.
Johnson deals a ground ball into left field. Single, and his hot streak continues.
Now, a lot of time a cheat swing is where you, on purpose, start swinging early, expecting a fast pitch so you can pull it, tug it down the line, see if you can get extra bases out of it. But it also shows that you're going to be aggressive on the plate swing every time. That's what Tariq Kemp was trying to do there. He showed that he was going to try to pull it down the line and then gets a pitch outside, doesn't try to do too much, just goes with it and is able to cash in a base hit. That's just the development of Tariq Kemp that we've really seen. That's been a huge difference from the beginning of last season to this year.
Johnson checks Kemp at first, who safely gets back. So here's Jack Little, the redshirt sophomore, looking to start at second base. Over his last 14, does have a walk. Johnson checks Kemp again at first. Little transfer from Wichita State last season, but got injured prior to the start, so missed the entirety of the 2024 season. Little shows bunt. That one misses high for a ball. Jack Little still looking for that pitch. Johnson checks once again at first. Receiver gets back. Moves into Little with that red bat wavering next to his right ear. Johnson delivers hard. Foul.
Look out. How much, the little coaches' helmets, I wonder, is it like not going to hurt at all if it hits that? I feel like if it hits that helmet, it's just going to explode and still cause brain damage.
Well, that was some shifty move to get out of the way first off. One ball, one strike, one out. Bottom of the sixth. Lumberjacks lead 4-3 with a runner on first for Baylor. It's Tyree Kemp. Little
I'm not sure how many pickoffs it has been, but it has been at least 4 or 5 just in this at-bat alone.
Delivers.
Well, SFA knew that Baylor was going to try to run Tariq Kemp at some point during this at-bat, just with the way that Atkinson threw the baseball the first time. It wasn't even close on the stolen base attempt by Ty Johnson in the 3rd inning. But that one, Tariq Kemp, it looked like they would have had him actually if it didn't pop out of the glove of Duran. He kind of went to the swim move. Did Kemp. And, as Jack Little nearly gets hit by the pitch again, he's standing on 3rd base, and all of a sudden the ball gets away from the second baseman. Another error, and the Bears are
here at the Baylor Ballpark for a moment as
looks, even the fans knew. They were telling Jack Little. Don't mind if I do. Oh, what a situation for Baylor. Really glowing opportunity to take this game back.
Lumberjacks out there for a mound visit. Higher infield for SFA comes in there, and that'll be the day for Aidan Pham doing pitch 2 hits and a walk. Take a quick break here on Baylor Lariat Radio. SFA leads 4-3.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox?
Pitched 3 innings in the 3rd with 3 hits and 2 runs. Little at first. Larry kept on 3rd, Little on 1st. The batter is Enzo Apadalka in the left-handed batter's box, batting .357 this year as Munson delivers that one in the dirt. Ball no strike with 1 out. Ball is 6. Second appearance this year against Arkansas Pine Bluff on Friday. He pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, and 4 runs allowed. The 1-0 from Munson is fouled up and back in the canopy.
Well, they bring in the lefty Munson, despite the 8.53 ERA, to face the left-handed hitting Enzo Apadalka.
Gets back safely. Apadalka today had an RBI double in the top of the 1st. first, and that makes it 7 games in a row where Apodaca's had both a hit and an RBI. 1-1 from Munson, delivers, it's up and in. Breaking ball. Two balls, 1 strike, runner on first and second for Enzo Apodaca. Bottom of the 6th, SFA leads 4-3. Munson delivers, and that one up and way inside, had Enzo Apodaca backing up. 3 balls, 1 strike.
A relatively cold stretch for Enzo Apodaca, 3 for his last 13 at the plate. Chance to get back to his normal level of production here.
Number 33, Wesley Jordan.
Start to this year. 0-1 from Munson goes off the back.
Well, they were able to load the bases an inning ago, but everyone left stranded after a line out to shortstop, a L6-4 double play to put an end to the inning.
And bounces around at third. Hit from Munson. Right into the center field. Hit with 4. Literally, they hold up at third. Single from Wesley Jordan, and Aidan ties it up at
4. Oh, Leslie Jordan lifting himself to a tie for first place on the team in RBIs, his second driven in of the day, up to 10 on the season. And not too many of them are bigger than that right there to tie this game up at 4.
Bases still loaded. Here comes Hunter Simmons. First pitch from Munson is a breaking ball. This is away. No ball, no strikes. Simmons was hit by a pitch his last time around, had a strikeout. Hit into the double play his first time around. Had a right-handed. The throw home is in time.
Well, it was a perfect throw from the center fielder, Kurz. An absolute seat, a towering throw from Kurz at that. It didn't look like that was going to be a chance to get Enzo Apodaca at the last second. That thing skies in from the mountaintop and just perfect timing to tag Enzo Apodaca. But nonetheless, the Bears take a lead.
Here's Ty Johnson. Center fielder batting left-handed. Goes down as an RBI single for Simmons and advance on the throw. Simmons, that's his 15th. That hit from Munson misses away. Back to Simmons, that's his 15th game with an on-base streak dating back to the Cal State Bakersfield series in 2023 before he was injured. 1-1 from Johnson down the line, first baseline foul.
So he has an almost 2-year-long on-base streak.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Second and third for Ty Johnson. Munson delivers a high fly ball into left field. Back towards it is Benatar, and it bounces off the wall. Jordan with score. Simmons bases. 2 runs got a double. Ty Johnson, Bears with a 7th runner.
Well, with 2 bases loaded double plays going into this inning, you knew you couldn't keep these Baylor bats quiet for too long, and they clear them off. Now Ty Johnson getting in on the fun. We were talking earlier on today, maybe not to the level of Wesley Jordan, Hunter Simmons, Enzo Apodaca, but still a guy who's been producing behind those guys, maybe having a little quiet start to the season. But boy, what a way to make your presence felt, picking up his 8th, 9th RBIs right there, and cleaning up the bases to regain control 7-4. And who's it going to be now for SFA?
Vanderberg, the head coach of the Lumberjacks, has got a new pitching change. 8 months in, and officially go down to 30 pitch 3 hits and 2 runs. And with the new pitching change, we'll take a break here on Baylor Lariat Radio. The Bears with a 7-4 lead over SFA.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News. Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting. Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast.
The Bears have put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And now up to bat is Travis Sanders, new pitcher for the Lumberjacks is Reed Boyett. First pitch to Sanders, misses away on the breaking ball. Excuse me, that one inside the zone for strike 1. Boyett making his 3rd appearance this year, going 2/3 innings pitch as the 0-1 is upstairs. 4 and 2/3 inning pitch, 7 hits and 4 runs against Purdue and Arkansas Pine Bluff. The 1-1 from Boyett. It's the edge of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner on second and Johnson. Bears up 7-4. Boyett kicks and delivers. That one upstairs on an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Sanders on the way. Huge base on the error. Had a single in the second and a fly out. They delivered a ground ball down third base line. It was foul towards the Baylor dugout. Has 2 hits on the year, making his 12th at bat. at second, working from the stretch. Takes and fields. High. Full count faces Travis Sanders. Boyd has thrown 6 pitches, 3 strikes, and 3 balls. 3-2 from Boyd. Swing and a miss from Travis Sanders. And that concludes the 6th inning. Bears put up 4 runs ahead to the top of the 7th. Baylor Baseball.
Lumberjacks.
Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Nice prizes. Let's give a round of applause.
Baylor Baseball on the Brazos on this Tuesday night. Aidan Pham, Joe Pratt with you on the call. It's the top of the 7th. Bears put up 4 runs in the bottom frame of the 6th to take the 7-4 advantage. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Lumberjacks is the junior second baseman Kevin Durant. Co-face Grayson Murray out there for a 2nd innings of work. First pitch from Murray on the off-speed pitch in the zone. 0-1 the count. Durant batting left-handed. Softly taps the ball that goes foul down the first base line. Olin 2 the count. Faces Durant, who's batting .310 this year with 9 hits and 8 RBI. 11 pitches, 8 of them strikes.
Well, it was Kevin Durant who had that 3 RBI double his last at-bat to make this a 4-3 game.
Murray delivers and a big swing.
And that's the Baylor
Not so much luck this time around for Durant. It's a bottom part of the lineup that has actually done somewhat well when you consider Durant, Atkinson, both guys who were struggling going into this midweek game.
Here's Ethan Atkinson, first pitch is foul. And down goes the umpire, John Wolf, but thankfully he's okay. Looks like he got a piece of that ball jump.
He's saying maybe right around his chin. Never good when the umpire gets hurt. Even though some people, sometimes might say they have it coming. It's not, it's not a good thing. It brings a little delay into the game. But I don't think I've ever seen a time where an umpire has actually had to come out of the game. Have you?
I haven't either, but thankfully John Wolf is okay, and we're set to resume play. The 0-1 from Murray. Breaking ball, misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Murray, the junior right-handed pitcher, transferred from Tyler J.C. for 2 seasons. And here's one run as a line drive to Tyree Kemp at shortstop for out number 2.
A really nice job done by Grayson Murray, who's still one of the Baylor relievers, one of the many, who is maintaining a 0 ERA. He's gone just 2 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, no walks, but this Baylor bullpen has stolen the show early on this year.
Murray, first pitch to Hummel is up and fell back onto the arm on the left side. And the car alarm goes up.
Is it yours?
I don't drive, Joe.
Hopefully not mine.
No balls, 1 strike, and a ground ball down the third baseline picked up by Sanders, and the high throw over the first for Thunderjack. 1-2 This is Baylor baseball on Baylor Radio.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all of the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
Baylor baseball. With you on the call. Baylor, who's up 7-4.
The bottom 7 innings, your Baylor Bears, our first baseman, number 11, Will Pratt.
The 3-1 run lead. Boyd out there for another inning of work for Lumberjacks. Democrats batting 111. First pitch from Boyd. Off the glove to catcher Atkinson for ball 1.
It probably would have been a strike if he actually held on to it. He appealed down to first to the umpire, and the umpire looked back at him like, what do you mean?
1 ball and no strike. And the pitch from Boyd is upstairs on the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes to Pendergrass. Pendergrass had a single in the second. And that one misses low and away for ball 3. Boyd, 10 pitches thrown, 4 strikes as the 3-0 in the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, Pendergrass. Pendergrass swings right through that 82-mile-an-hour pitch from Boyd, and it's a full count. Boyd gets set, kicks and deals, and this one popped up in the air towards right field, shifting Up for it is Modric, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Well, it's been a very impressive 1 for 4 for Will Pendergrass. He's hit every single ball into play very, very sharply, especially that one deep left center field. He was robbed of extra bases, then a scorching line drive right to the shortstop. That one got a little underneath it, but still, it looks a lot better than just 1 for 4.
First pitch by Pennick is up the middle for a base hit. That's his first hit of the day after 2 walks and a fly out. And here comes Tyreek Pennick.
More great hitting from J.J. Canada's first hit of the day. Still making a difference early on with a couple of walks. So really like to see your backup catcher and maybe even your kind of 1B catcher producing at a high rate offensively.
One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on first, Tyreek Kemp at the plate. And he watches the first pitch miss low and away from Boyd. Off to a stellar start to the season, batting .542. And this one's far back towards us and onto the awning. Ball 1 strike for Tyreek Kemp. Senior playing shortstop out of Rotterdam, Netherlands. From Western Oklahoma Community College. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. Swings that red bat that's now waving above his green helmet. Boy, delivers, misses away, goes to first, and reaches safely. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Runner on first is Kemp. Kemp at the plate. Boyd about to throw his 18th pitch. Delivers a bunt from Tyreek. Comes down the third base line. Scooping. Runs from Sweat to throw to first to eBay.
And the home plate umpire saying that the ball hit home plate, or did Tyreek Kemp have a foot on home plate? He must have had a foot on home plate. There's no way the baseball hit home plate. And so he's going to have to come back. He was ruled out at first base, so it actually technically gives him another chance.
And there was some confusion there, but foul and we'll redo it.
But it's actually going to be an interference on Tyreek Kemp, and he would be ruled out in this instance. But Mitch Thompson's talking with John Wolf, the home plate umpire, about why. And I think that is the only reason as to why. But I just don't know the delay for John Wolf. He didn't decide to make that call until the call was made at first base, which I guess essentially was to ensure that Baylor wouldn't try to challenge it.
Kenneth made his way all around the third. He'll go back to first. And Jack Little now steps up. And 2 outs. Kenneth takes off and slides right into second. On the stolen base. Jack Little batting .294. Scored 2 runs today for Baylor on 2 walks. And he watches a fastball right down the heart of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Baylor up 4-7 over SFA. Boyd looks back at second, gets set, kicks and deals. Fastball misses away. 1-2 the count to Little. Little was walking in the first and 6, had a strikeout in the second, fly out in the fourth as pitch from Boyd. This is low and away on the 85-mile-an-hour pitch. 2-2 the count. Bennett takes a lead at second. Pitch from Boyett is low and away on the breaking ball. Full count to Jack Little. Boyett 23 pitches, thrown 12 of them strikes, 11 of them balls. Boyett delivers and inside, and Jack Little will go to first. His third walk of the day.
Must be an interesting angle, or if Jack Little is crowding the plate a lot, but these inside pitches are not being called for strikes against him. It seems like he's getting that call all day long, and they know that that's kind of where they want to jam him off of his hands. But it's really been Jack Little coming out on top in most of these plate appearances. 3 walks.
Enzo Apodaca steps up to the plate and takes a cut at the first pitch from Boyett. Runners on first and second for Apodaca. 2 outs, bottom to 7. 0-1 the count. Apodaca swinging that silver bat next to his ear. It delivers. That one popped up in the air and back towards the awning and foul. Baylor trying to improve to 7-1. Last times the Bears were 7-1 or better was 1995. In this one, a fly ball in a left field. Chases Benedar, and it goes foul. And that one was close. Bounced into the corner. Apodaca will come back with no balls and 2 strikes in the count. Senior right fielder batting .357. An RBI double back in the first and a walk his last time around. Watches this fastball inside.
Hit by pitch, I think.
Number 33, Wesley.
Barely just grazed him, and he's been hit by the pitch a lot. This will be the 7th time. Excuse me, the 6th time. He thought he got hit earlier in the game, but did not. Ended up grounding out. But now for the 5th time today, Baylor will load the bases.
Bases loaded for Wesley Jordan. Cincinnati, last time he came on as he watches the first fastball from Boyd missed low and away. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Wesley Jordan at the plate. An RBI single his last time around, and the 1-0 is fouled down the third baseline. Jordan on base, 1 run scored and 2 RBIs in 4 at-bats. The red bat on his shoulder. Boyd gets set, looking from the stretch, kicks and delivers, and a line drive in a left field, and diving for it is Benedar for route number 3. So the Bears leave 3 stranded in the bottom of the 7th, add no runs. Top of the 8th coming up next, Baylor 7-4 over SFA. This is Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com and click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch your latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Top of the 8th from Baylor Ballpark. The Bears in this midweek matchup against Stephen F. Austin with a 7-4 advantage. Baylor jumped to the early 3-0 lead in the second inning, but a 4-run fourth would catapult the Lumberjacks to a 4-3 advantage. And the bottom of the 6th, Bears would put up 4 runs, and that's where we are now. Top of the 8th, 7-4 the Baylor lead, as the new pitcher for Baylor is Caleb Jamison, who kicks and delivers to Bland. That one hits the edge of the zone for strike one at 93 miles an hour on the fastball. Jamison delivers, and the fastball misses low and away. One ball, one strike, no outs. Top of the 8th. Jamison delivers, playing a one-hopper to shortstop. Hughes and delivers for first for out number 1.
An awkwardly spinning ball right there. It was just hit off the end of the bat, right on the screws from Bland. He's going to fall back to 0 for 4 on the day. Baylor's done a nice job of shutting down the top 4 in this lineup. Just one hit, 1 through 4 for SFA.
Jackson Benatar, a new batter, watches a fastball paint the corner of the zone. 0-1 the count. New pitcher Caleb Jamison coming into today, thrown 2 innings in the third with 1 hit allowed, 1 strikeout. And this pitch is fouled on the first baseline. Another change from Mitch Thompson. Hunter Tuplansky enters the game playing third base, taking over for Travis Sanders. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 8th. Bears up 7-4. 10 hits for Baylor and 2 errors apiece as the 0-2 pitch to Benadar.
That's the Baylor Bears strikeout.
Nice pitch on the outer half by Caleb Jamison. J.J. Cannon appealed down to the first base umpire, but didn't need it.
Josh eBay now steps up to the plate. Right-handed. Jamison, left-handed pitcher, delivers. Misses low and away. 1 ball, no strike with 2 outs. Top of the 8th. eBay scored 1 late, striked out twice. Grounds the ball to shortstop. Kent picks it up and throws over Henry grounds at first.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Hey Bears! Are you a freshman or senior? Freshman and senior portraits are now being scheduled. Watch your Baylor email for more information on how to reserve your sitting.
Baylor Ballpark, it's the bottom of the eighth. Baylor with a 7-4 lead over Stephen F. Austin. A pitching change for the Lumberjacks. New pitcher is Blake Wolf. Co-face Hunter Simmons. Baylor offense has really been
Doing a ton of damage against the last three arms for SFA that we saw: Reed Boyett, Caden Munson, and Hayden Tronson. Those guys allowing 4 runs off of a combined 6 hits.
First pitch from Wolf was over the head of Simmons and into the backstop. The 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Wolf making his second appearance this year as he delivers and misses upstairs with the fastball. 1 innings pitched, 3 hits, and 4 runs given up for Blake Wolf, the true freshman from Katy, Texas. Picks and deals, and that one misses away. 3 balls, no strikes for Hunter Simmons, who's been hit by a pitch today and had a single and 1 run scored. Batting .464 on the year, and he watches the fastball from Wolf miss upstairs. 4-pitch walk from Blake Wolf. Simmons will take first, and here comes Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson had the 2 RBI double last time. Clear off the bases. Really seen the offense pick up since the 5th inning. Which is something that you really like to see. I mean, the production with runners on base was not good early in the game. And has somewhat improved, 6 for 18. The 2-out hitting you would like to improve a little bit at 1 for 7. That just shows you that, you know, when Baylor is getting deeper into innings there, that second out, or excuse me, that 3rd out is maybe a little bit easier to get for the other team than it surely was against Gonzaga and for Youngstown State. But then you still look at those 10 hits on the board. They've still been able to bring in 7 runs, but they've had over 22 base runners, and over half of those are coming off of errors, hit by pitches, and walks.
Ty Johnson looks at a fastball high. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. Wolf's thrown 5 pitches, all of them balls so far. the stretch, delivers. This misses away on the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes with the runner on first. As Caleb Bergman pinch running for Hunter Simmons. Wolf gets set, and that one on the fastball inside the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike against Ty Johnson. Johnson's got 2 RBIs today, 1 hit in his 3 at-bats and a walk. Wolf delivers, this one skied in the air and down the third baseline, foul into the bleachers. No outs, bottom of the 8th. Runner on first is Caleb Bergman. Ty Johnson, the batter, left-handed, is up 7-4, looking to add on to this lead. Wolf working from the stretch. Set, delivers, and misses inside. A full count for Ty Johnson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wolf takes a peek back at Bergman at first, gets set, picks and deals, and that one into the right-handed batter's box. Back to back walk for the Wolf.
Looks like SFA has had enough of their 6th arm used today and will go to the bullpen once more. That'll be the end of the line for Blake Wolf. He only faces 2 batters. He walks both of them. Throws 10 pitches, 8 of which missed the strike zone. 2 of them hit the box. And once again, the Lumberjacks are going to their bullpen.
We'll take a break here from the Baylor Ballpark. This is Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.
Hey Bears! Are you always the last to know about what's happening at Baylor? Are you left quiet in a group when talking about last week's game? Well, you haven't gotten your morning buzz yet. Did you know you can get your dose of current Baylor news every Tuesday through Friday straight to your inbox? The Baylor Lariat Morning Buzz e-newsletter provides you with breaking Baylor stories, local events, and in-depth sports coverage daily. You can be in the know on all things Baylor. If you aren't already buzzing, go to BaylorLariat.com. That's BaylorLariat.com. And click the subscribe now to get your morning buzz from the Baylor Lariat. News for the students, by the students. We'll see you in your inbox.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
For the Lumberjacks, their 7th pitcher of the night is going to be Jack James, the junior left-handed pitcher, facing Hunter Toplansky to start his 9th. Looking from the stretch, he deals, misses low and away. Bergman and Johnson advance to 2nd and 3rd. James making his 4th appearance this season, 2 against Purdue, 1 against Arkansas Pine Bluff over the weekend. He kicks and deals. 75-mile-an-hour pitch in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hunter Toplansky, taking over at 3rd base for Travis Sanders. Runners on second and third, no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch from James's foul off the back of Stefanski, and it lands on top of the awning. Stefanski coming into today, batting 182. James delivers to Stefanski. Took a swing and is out for out number 1.
Those are the swings that you don't want to see out of Hunter Toplansky. It's something that he definitely got frustrated about a lot last season. He struggled with the game. Averaged over 1 strikeout per game in 2024. For him, just got to stick in there, continue to get those at-bats, get those reps. It's never easy to come into a game off the bench cold. And that time he comes up empty.
Will Pendergrass steps up to the plate and watches a fastball miss low. Has a single today. 2 flyouts and a line drive. James gets sets and delivers. And that one on the edge of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pendergrass. Runners on second and third for Pendergrass with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Pendergrass watches a ball miss upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike to the senior first baseman. Deals and off the bat of Pendergrass for strike 2.
He just barely got a piece, but that was a big looping breaking ball from Jack James. It got an interesting delivery to the plate.
James working from the stretch, delivers. That one bounces in the dirt, and stealing home is Caleb Bergman, sliding in safely. Johnson advances to third.
Those are the things you love to see from Caleb Bergman. Just no hesitation from third. He was already kind of halfway down that third base line with a secondary lead. And just without a doubt sprints home and gets in there.
Full count for Pendergrass. The pitch, skied high in the air, left center. And working his way over there is Kirk. For out number 2, the soft fly catches in Ty Johnson, and the lead is 5 for Baylor.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 different games for Will Pendergrass against his father's team. Went 2 for 4 a year ago. Baylor's 17-4 win over the Lumberjacks. Drove in a couple of runs. He scored 3 runs in that game, walked a couple of times, and still is able to make a difference here tonight against SFA again.
Pendergrass, a nice night from him, and this brings up J.J. Kennett, sophomore catcher. The 1-0 from James in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, no runners on for J.J. Kennett, batting .400. James delivers, and the fastball misses away.
You know, going back to the Will Pendergrass point, he said after last year's win, it was nice to get bragging rights in the house and secure that for a whole year. Well, he's just done it again if his pitching staff is able to slam the door on the top of the 9th.
2-1 from James is fouled up. 2 balls, 2 strikes versus J.J. Kennett. He launched his first career home run on Sunday against Gonzaga. 2 from James. Delivers a swing and a miss on the fastball from James. And the Bears have 2 on in the 8th inning. Top of the 9th coming up next. This is baseball on Baylor Lariat.
Hey there, Bears. Are you living your best life this year at Baylor? Well, we've got great news. The Baylor Roundup Yearbook has been right there with you, capturing those memories at every event. So don't forget to buy your 2022-23 Baylor Roundup Yearbook today and share your memories with friends and family for generations to come. But wait, did you already graduate? Don't worry, we've got you covered. We have yearbooks dating all the way back to 1896. So visit our website today at www.baylor.edu/roundup and order your copy. That's www.baylor.edu/ROUNDUP. Have a great year, Bears, and sick 'em.
Stay informed and stay connected with Lariat TV News. Tune in to LTVN every Friday, your go-to source for everything happening on campus and around Waco. From breaking stories to exclusive interviews, we cover campus events, student life, sports updates, and more. By the students, for the students. Catch our latest broadcast every Friday afternoon on YouTube by searching Baylor Lariat TV News.
Baylor baseball on this Tuesday night from the Baylor Ballpark. Pitt and Joe Pratt. Baylor taking on Stephen F. Austin, headed to the top of the 9th with a 9-4 lead. It was back and forth for a bit in this game. Baylor jumped to a 3-0 lead, but it was the top of the 4th where Stephen F. Austin brought up 8 batters with 4 runs. So since then, the Baylor pitching staff really has stepped up.
Yeah, it was Kevin Durant who knocked a 3 RBI double to make it a 4-3 ball game. But since then, 14 up, 14 down for Stephen F. Austin.
Caleb Jamison back out there, facing Daniel Turgeon. First pitch from Jamison is a fastball. This is inside, 1 ball, no strike. The junior designated hitter, Jamison delivers off the bat of Turgeon and into the net, into the fence in front of the Baylor dugout for strike 1.
And to do it with 3 different pitchers combining for these 3 2/3 scoreless innings, I mean, it's that much more impressive and a testament to the bullpen.
The 1-1 from Jamison in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jamison is high. And as well as they've done on the mound, offensively, they've got on base without actually getting hits.
Yeah, that's true. 13 of their base runners have not been from hits. They've had 23 total base runners and 10 off of hits.
3-1 from Jamison. This is upstairs. Turgeon will go to first on the walk, and that brings up Julian Swift.
I think same can definitely be said for SFA, but that's definitely something that you want to see right there, just to get a guy on base. The first time since that Kevin Durant double. But, you know, kind of going back to the way that the bullpen has been managed this year by Sean Snedeker and by Mitch Thompson, it shows you that they have a very solid understanding of when to take guys out of games. And I think since Baylor got 2 in the bottom of the 8th.
Ground ball to shortstop. Kemp picks it up, flips it back to the middle. The throw over the penalty block at first, and it's a double play. 6-4-3. 2 down at the top of the 9th.
Super smooth. We're seeing the chemistry develop each and every game between Tariq Kemp and Jack Little, and now Mitch Thompson will walk out of the dugout. So as I was trying to get at there, and also cutting you off at the same time, I think it's something that this coaching staff has learned really nicely throughout the fall and into the season, is when to pull guys and when to make changes. And kind of get ahead of those mistakes. And keeping Carson Bailey out there, maybe that was, hey, a couple of errors really threw a wrench in that, and some hit by pitches. But that was a difficult situation for him to work in and out of. You can't judge him too much because of that. But I think knowing when to keep guys in and take guys out, scoring those 2 in the bottom of the 8th, that likely gave Caleb Jamison at least the first 2 outs in the 9th inning here. And you likely would have seen what appears to be Drew Leach. And so I think that Caleb Jamison was able to pitch against these couple of batters because of the offense putting up those runs. And now that Mitch Thompson sees a right-hand heavy part of the lineup coming up with a lefty a little bit further down, with the lefty digging in right now, River Kurz. We'll see if they make a change. I think it makes sense to bring in Drew Leach right now when you need to, because you got that little extra insurance in the bottom of the 8th. But I mean, it's just been such a development of bullpens from when Mitch Thompson got here in 2023 until now. There was just one lefty out there, and now there is a full barn of guys who can come in and slam the door pretty much whenever necessary. Last week it was a group effort between 5 arms. This week it looks like it's going to be 4 arms, and you're still going to be fresh for the weekend. That's a luxury that not too many college coaches have.
Yeah, what a great job this coaching staff has done over the offseason. You know, we get these guys bring in these transfers. I think we're seeing hard work pay off there as we go back in the game for Caleb Davidson. They didn't even keep their pitch. One ball, strikeout.
Well, it's these games where, the midweek games, where you don't want to have to use your strong arms out of the bullpen. You don't want to use your Andrew Petrowskis, your Caleb Bunches, or your Gabe Craigs, and that's what they had to do last week. Caleb Bunch had to pitch 2 innings, Gabe Craig pitched an inning, so you want to keep these guys fresh for the big weekend series, especially with 3 very strong opponents that they're going to have to face this weekend, 2 of them being ranked in the top 25.
We're set to resume play. Fly ball, foul down the left side. Leach played his first 2 years of collegiate ball at Baylor, transferred to Alvin Community College, and now back at Baylor for a second stint. As the 0-1, a high fly ball into right field, Apodaca back at the wall, leaps up, it bounces off the wall. And Chris heads for third, and it's a triple to River Kurz.
It'll be his 3rd extra base hit of the season. Has put together a decent day at the plate, accepted a hit by pitch earlier on, but now finally able to break through. And while he's not going to extend that 3-game multi-hit streak, he continues his very strong stretch of play, his 9th hit across the last 4 games.
Leach making his first appearance this season as the Baylor Bears. Runner on first for SFA, Kevin Duran steps up to the plate. First pitch for Leach to Duran. This is away and gets away from Kenneth, but he slides back onto it. No harm done. Kevin Duran is 3 at-bats today, has a hit and 3 RBIs, 1 strikeout, and a double. Kicks and delivers. Fastball at 92 miles an hour, right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs with the runner on third. Leach from the stretch, kicks and dips. Off the bat of Duran and foul on the right side. Good crowd here at the Baylor Ballpark tonight. Probably one of the best they've seen this year.
Definitely a great atmosphere for a midweek game.
They took some deals, a hard hit ground ball down the third baseline and goes foul.
And they've hung in there too. It seems like not too many people have left. Of course, Baylor, you'd like to be up by double digits at this point, which is what they did 5 of the last 7 times they faced SFA. Still, credit to these Baylor fans.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Kevin Durant. 2 outs, top of the 9th. from the stretch, kicks some deals and misses low and away. Bears on top 9-4. Baylor Ballpark reach delivers a ground ball to shortstop on the move is Kemp. Throw over a first reaching back for that number 3. And that is the ball game. Baylor takes this one 9-4 over Stephen.
7-4 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. For your Baylor Bears, that's 9 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors.
But in the end, they got the job done, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right, Aidan, because this is likely their sloppiest game played so far this season. You take a look at last week's midweek game, a 5-0 win. There weren't too many flaws in that game. There were some errors in the Gonzaga series this past weekend, of course, not coming away with Sunday's game, but they were battling throughout in that contest against a solid Gonzaga team with a lot of fight. This was a team that Baylor was hoping to blow out by 5, maybe 10 runs, but I'm sure Mitch Thompson will take it any way he can get it. They do get them by 5 runs in this one. They don't get them by 10 like they have done, as mentioned, 5 of the last 7 times these two teams played, but they continue the streak of dominating the Lumberjacks, the 33rd time that Baylor has taken down SFA.
And with that, the Bears will head to Globe Life this weekend, taking on Oregon State Friday, Ohio State Saturday, and Auburn Sunday. But that'll do it for us here at the Baylor Ballpark. For my broadcast partner, Joe Pratt, I'm Aidan Pham. This has been Baylor Baseball on Baylor Lariat Radio.